What's up, YouTube? This is the Scarlight Squad bringing you a Batteryman deck profile. First card we play is 3 Chargers. When Chargers normal summon, you get to bring out a Batteryman directly from hand or deck, and as well as his attack gets boosted for every Thunder on the field. Most likely the battery you'll want to grab is 9 Volt, because whenever 9 Volt is normal special summon, you will get to add a battery directly from your deck to your hand, and the only downside is he is destroyed during the end phase. 3 Fuel Cells. Fuel Cell is really good at spamming the board. You have 2 Batterymen on the field, you can just bring him out. He's really good for rank 6 plays as well as bouncing cards from the hand to the hand. 3 the little guy, 3 Microcell. He is a bit slow because he does have a flip effect, but if he is flip face up, you can bring out 9 Volt, and if he has a short battery, you also get to draw a card. 1 Industrial Strength. He's essentially the BLS. You banish 2 batteries to bring him out, and once per turn, you can banish another Thunder to get rid of a monster and his power trap on the field. So really good at getting rid of scales primarily. This deck does like to special summon obviously, but sometimes you need what you need, and Seahorse will get you those 9 volts, and also really good deck thinning. That's going to do it for monsters. As for spells, 3 Stormforce. Stormforce to get rid of your opponent's monster, which is really good right now. It doesn't target, and it starts your power plays. 2 Chargers. And essentially what Charger does is you pay 500, bring out any Batteryman directly from the grave, so it's pretty much a monster reborn. Very good in this deck. 2 Instant Fusions, mainly for your rank 4 plays. 2 Dualities. Like I said, this deck sometimes you cancel, sometimes you don't. And Power Duality will get you combo pieces to help you set up for the special summon next turn. I am testing this with also card demise. We'll see which one comes up on top. 2 MSTs. You can play Twin Twisters, but Twisters are expensive, and this deck can also blow up stuff on its own, so MSTs just work out fine. 1 Raigeki, and 1 Short Circuit. This card steals games and just clears your opponent's board as long as you have 3 face-up Batteryman. Really good at surprising them. 3 Call of the Haunteds. This essentially brings out your 9 Volt from your graveyard. You want to do this during your end phase to get the search and directly go into your turn after that. 2 Storming. Like I said, Batteryman usually like to clear the board and go for games, so Storming helps get rid of that stuff. Once again, doesn't target. Really good against Cosmos and Magispectors. 2 Time Space. This card isn't the greatest because you do lose a lot of life at some points, but like I said, it does clear the board, so it does come in handy. 2 Trap Stuns, because the Solemn Brigade is at full power almost right now. Definitely 3 strikes, 1 warning. It can get very annoying. Don't forget Scolding. That card's very good too. So this card pretty much just turns everything off, and it can help you really win the game. 1 Bottomless, 1 Warning. You could play Strikes over these, but Strikes are expensive, so we play these. As for the extra deck, 1 Castel, 1 Dweller, 1 Roach, 1 Samurai, 1 101, 1 Ragnar Zero, 1 Dark Rebellion, a Cowboy to sack games, 1 Utopia, 1 Prime, and 1 Utopia Lightning once it comes in the mail. 1 Bouncer. If you can't push for game in time and you have 2 fuel cells, you just slap this on and monsters pretty much can't do anything and your opponent cries. As for instant fusions, 1 Norden, 1 Kaminari Attack, and this kind of is a tech card I guess because it is a Thunder, so you can use it with Industrial Strength. And of course, I know you can't make it, but 1 Scarlight, just because. Anyway, that's gonna about do it. This is the Scarlight Squad signing out.